What is going on, guys? My name is Trevor. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the brand new movie coming to Netflix tomorrow, Army of Thieves. It's a prequel to Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder's movie that just came out a couple months ago. I had the privilege of checking this out a couple days early. Thank you to Netflix for providing me the screener. Before we get into this movie, let me know what you guys thought about it. And if you haven't seen it yet, are you going to be checking it out this weekend? And how does this compare to Army of the Dead? We're getting a little Army franchise in here. Let me know all that down below in the comment section. And before we get started, if this is your first video here, definitely hit the red subscribe button down below for more rankings, reactions, and movie reviews such as these. Got lots of things to say about it, so Army of Thieves, let's talk about it. Prequel set before the events of Army of the Dead, which focuses on German safecracker Ludwig Dieter leading a group of aspiring thieves on a top secret heist during the early stages of the zombie apocalypse. So our character of Ludwig Dieter, he actually has a different name inside this movie. His name is very long and hard to pronounce, and that's kind of an ongoing joke throughout the film. So honestly, I didn't know what to expect going into this. I mean, I liked the character of Ludwig. He was one of the more enjoyable parts of Army of the Dead. He kind of brought that comical relief, and he was one of like the coolest characters because he's here to crack the safe. And this is a prequel. This is about him. He is a solo spotlight, and I was nervous to watch it just because of that, because I was like, is he going to be that interesting enough of a character to carry on a 2-hour and 15-minute movie? Well, I think the runtime might be a little too long. I think he is that interesting of a character. Army of Thieves is surprisingly very good. And I was not expecting it to be good, but when I turned it on, I really couldn't stop watching it. I couldn't turn away from it. And these characters and the character of Ludwig is very interesting. We go into his mind and what everything he knows about safe cracking and how he cracks safes. Follow him going to this competition, happening to win the competition of safe cracking. Then he joins his team, Army of Thieves. And when you have a movie like this with a team and you got to go around and meet the team and introduce the team, it feels kind of Fast and Furious. It's kind of like something we've seen before, but it's fun. I like a movie that can tell a story like this, and it is something we have seen before. Kind of told the way Army of Dead's told. Definitely reminds me of the Fast and Furious. It's like when we're like, we need to team up, we got to go get everyone, and that's what they do. And they do that towards the beginning of the film, but it's very interesting when they are performing these heists. That's when it really grabs you, pulls you in, and that's really awesome to see. But there's only really 2 heists we do inside the film, and it is a 2-hour and 15-minute runtime. When the heists are being performed and he's cracking these saves, and the kind of odds are against him, and the tension is at an all-time high because the clock is ticking. If he messes up again, their heist is over, they are done, and so you're kind of invested in that. But when it goes outside of that with the team aspect and this little romance feature they try to kind of dive down, I feel it definitely loses you a little bit. I mean, I like the romance aspect in it. At times it feels more like a romantic movie rather than like a heist film, and it kind of drags you out. It kind of takes me out of it. At least it did for me. That was kind of my only real problem. It feels like there's lots of fluff inside the movie between the heists, between all the action. And you're not going to have action for 2 hours and 15 minutes, but there's so much fluff in there. I feel like they definitely could have trimmed some of it out or gave us some more exciting scenes. I feel like they want us to be more attached to these characters than I really got. Maybe our audience will really get, but I wasn't emotionally attached to all these characters. I think the way they want us to be. In the scheme of things, that's probably a nitpick. That's something that I noticed at certain times. I wasn't bored, but I was definitely a little bit out of it. But then it would suck you back in with this grueling action with the team, and you can see where things are going to go. There is a cop coming after him. Again, this is a movie you probably have kind of seen before, but it does things a little bit differently, and it is a prequel. So with prequels, they have to set up into the, I guess, movie that came before them pretty well. And this movie does exactly that. How this movie ends is how he is introduced in Army of the Dead. And I love that. I love when a movie can kind of bring it all together. And when they have the action in this film, it isn't a lot. It is done really well. They have a great use of slow-mos. It feels like Zack Snyder is directing it. I know he's a producer on this. I believe he created all these characters, so it has that Zack Snyder touch in just a sense where lots of slow motions, lots of close-ups, a really cool action hero, really cool action scenes. So you definitely get the Zack Snyder isms, which I'm a fan of. I absolutely love Zack Snyder. And Army of Thieves, overall, it's fun. When I was watching it, I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. Sometimes it kind of pulled me out, but it always brought me back in. And overall, I just had a fun time watching this movie. And it's definitely one you should be checking out on Netflix this weekend. Before I give you guys my score, definitely hit the thumbs up button. Also subscribe for more rankings, reactions, and movie reviews such as these. Overall, I really enjoyed Army of Thieves. At times, I wish it maybe packed more of a punch rather than fluff. But overall, it's a fun time. When they're cracking the safes, it is very intense. And the action is done very well. And these are really likable characters. And overall, this is a very surprising movie. For my score, I'm going to go a 3.5 out of 5. A solid 7 out of 10, 70%. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I just had a fun time watching it. And this is one I can see myself rewatching here in a couple months. What did you guys think of Army of Thieves? Let me know that down below in the comment section. Lots more rankings, reviews, and reactions coming over the weekend. Very excited for all of it. I'll see you guys next time.